Alrighty. We are here, we are live. Give me just a second to make sure everything is working, and then we will get started. Just give me 1 second while I make sure that everything's working. Alright, so what are we doing here tonight? Well, like every single week, we are unhauling more books from my TBR that is still over 300 books long. Although, to be fair, I have added, maybe 10 books this week to my TBR just because I've been scrolling through TikTok more. So, yeah, there's that. This is why it's important to do the unhauls, because I'm always adding new stuff. Alrighty, let me just make sure something's working. Alrighty. And then let me do this. Let me know if the volume is good or not. Okay. Okay. So, like before, like always, how do we do things here? We're just going to go through, we're going to pick up where we left off, we're going to go through and just see, what a book is, what's it about, do we like it, do we not? If we like it, we keep it, if we don't, we chop it. Well, yeah. I think we are starting to head into, more recent books that I've saved, within, the past, 3, maybe 4 years at the, well, 2 to 3 years at this point. So I assume that from this point onward, it's going to get a little bit harder to determine which ones we keep and which ones we toss out, because it's be like, oh my god, I want to keep this one, I saved it recently, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, let's officially get started with this, starting with The Marble Queen. So this is a graphic novel, which is different because we haven't had our first graphic novel. I don't really think there's many graphic novels on this thing. But yeah, so this is a graphic novel. It's a fantasy romance. Let's see what it's about. Okay. So The Marble Queen is a YA fantasy graphic novel that's the political drama of Nimona meets the heartfelt romance of the prince and the dressmaker, but this time in a sapphic romance surrounded by a mist of magic. So, Amelia's kingdom is in shambles after months of their trade routes being ravaged by pirates, and now the only seemingly option left is for her to save it through a marriage alliance. When she gets an exorbitant offer from the royalty of Iliad, a country shrouded in mystery, Amelia accepts without question and leaves her home to begin a new life. Okay, so we got a political marriage going on. Okay. But she lands on the shores to find that her betrothed isn't the country's prince, but the recently coronated queen. Okay, there's a little twist for you. Shocked, Amelia tries to make sense of her situation and her confused heart. The queen has awakened strange new feelings inside of her, but something dark hides between the queen's sorrowful eyes. Amelia must fight the demons of her own anxiety disorder before she can tackle her wife's, all while war looms on the horizon. I'm not really into graphic novels. I don't think so. Yeah, I think we can chop this one. Yeah, I think we can chop this one. Just out of curiosity, though. 4 and 3 star. Okay. I was just curious. Alrighty, moving right along. We have The Circus Train. Give me 1 second to grab my glasses. I should have grabbed my glasses before I started, but oh well, just give me 1 second. Okay, got my glasses. So what is this about? The Circus Train. This is a historical fiction with some fantasy and romance elements. Okay. So at the World of Wonders, Europe's most magnificent traveling circus, every moment is full of magic and nothing is as it seems, especially for the people who put on the show. So Lena has never quite found her place within the circus, even as the daughter of the extraordinary headlining illusionist. Okay. Brilliant and curious, Lena yearns for the real world magic of science and medicine, despite her father's overprotection and the limits her own world places on her because she is disabled. Her unconventional life takes an exciting turn when she rescues Alexandre, an orphan with his own secrets and mysterious past. Over several years, as their friendship flourishes and Alexandre trains as the illusionist apprentice, World War II escalates around them. It's always a World War II with historical fiction. Somehow, some way, so many historical fiction books tie into World War II somehow. When Theo and Alexandre are contracted to work and perform in a model town for Jews set up by the Nazis, Lena becomes separated from everything she knows. Forced to make her own way, Lena must confront her doubts and dare to believe in the impossible herself. A must-read for fans of the Night Circus. And Water for Elephants, the circus train will take readers on a heart-wrenching and spectacular 2-decade journey across Europe. When all is lost, how do you find the courage to moving forward? First off, the cover. The cover is very pretty. The cover is gorgeous. I will say that. Here's the thing. While it is historical fiction, it does have fantasy and it does have romance elements. So, good. I'm not really, like, a war person. Like, I don't know. Like, unless it's, like, a fantasy type of war, I'm not really, like, into wars. Like books that talk about, like, real-life wars and stuff like that, I'm never really, like, that into them. And, but the thing that really puts me off is for fans of the Night Circus, I hated the Night Circus. I thought it was so freaking boring. Maybe I just read it when I was a little bit too young for it. I don't know. I think I read it like, I don't know, like in 2020. But like, I really freaking hated the Night Circus. So it's like, for fans of the Night Circus, it's like, I don't think I'm gonna be liking the Circus Train if it's for fans of Night Circus and stuff like that. So I think we're going to chop it. Ooh, that one's pretty. So yeah. So I think we're going to chop that one. All right. So what is next? What is next? Alrighty. Star Wars books. We keep them, obviously. Alrighty. We've got 2 thrillers next. I remember these 2, and you can tell by the covers that they're thrillers. Anyway. Alrighty, so this is obviously a thriller mystery. What Lies in the Woods? Let's see what this is about. So, Naomi used to believe in magic. 22 years ago, she and her 2 best friends, Cassidy and Olivia, spent the summer roaming the woods. Imagining a world of ceremony and wonder, they called it the Goddess Game. The summer ended suddenly when Naomi was attacked. By what? What was she attacked by? Miraculously, she survived her 17th stab wound. Jesus! And lived to identify the man who had hurt her. The girls' testimony put away a serial killer wanted for murdering 6 women. They were heroes. Without looking at the rest of this, I'm going to assume this is another thing of like, oh, we put away the wrong guy. For decades afterward, the friends have kept a secret worth killing for, but now Olivia wants to tell, and Naomi sets out to find what really happened in the woods, no matter how dangerous the truth turns out to be. It sounds interesting, but hold on. Kate Alice sounds like an American name. It does. Alrighty. Okay, so she is American. This is YA. This is not YA. This is adult. Okay. I don't know. It sounds like it's borderline. It sounds like it is borderline domestic thriller. It's like bordering on that. And y'all know that I do not go for domestic thrillers that are American. Because no. But, I don't know. You know what? Hold on. You know what? I'm going to see if I can get this at my library. If I can get this at my library, we'll keep it. If I can't, we'll shop it. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. So yeah. If I can get that one at my library, we'll keep it. Just because like it does sound interesting, but it also sounds like it kind of borders on domestic American thriller. And, ugh. Anyway, moving on. Out of Her Depth, this is another thriller mystery. Okay. So, in the lush green hills beyond Florence sits Villa Medici? Medici? I don't know, I'm not French. A graceful. Uh, girl, I'm struggling. Pen- pension? Pension. A graceful pension surrounded by manicured gardens, Rachel, a college student from an unfashionable London suburb. Okay, so we are not dealing with America, thank God. We're dealing with a British person going to France, thank God. Okay, so Rachel can't believe her luck in landing a summer job here, especially when she's drawn into a circle of privileged young sophisticates, including her glamorous coworker Diana, who promises to help Rachel win the affections of handsome, confident Sebastian. But as champagne flows and rivalries fester in the Tuscan countryside, Rachel realizes that Diana has her own motivations. Okay. Adrift in a world of backstabbing and bed hopping, lavish parties, and easy betrayal, Rachel feels the stakes rising along the. Excuse me? The. Rachel feels the stakes rising along with the temperature until one night something snaps, someone dies, and nothing will ever be the same. In this atmospheric thriller set in sun-drenched Tuscany. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. I do like rich people problems. I do, and she's British, and I do like British thrillers more than American thrillers. Hmm. I do like rich people problems. I think we'll keep it. I think we'll keep it. Yeah, we'll keep it. That one sounds alright. Alrighty, we've made it up to page 4 of my TBR. So that's good. That's fun. All right, so next I have some questions for you. Now, I've heard of this one recently. Where I heard of this one recently? Oh yeah, Kenya from Lily Reed's put this in video of hers one time, and she marked it as like one of her favorites. I think. I think she gave it like a rare 5 stars. I don't know. What is this about? All right, so I have some questions for you. This is a mystery. Okay. A successful film professor and podcaster, Body is content to forget her past, the family tragedy that marred her adolescence, her 4 largely miserable years at a New Hampshire boarding school, and the murder of her former roommate, Talia, in the spring of their senior year. Though the circumstances surrounding Talia's death and the conviction of the school's athletic trainer, Omar, are hotly debated online, Body needs to let sleeping dogs lie. Yeah, girl, like, go get some therapy. But when the Granby School invites her back to teach a course, Body is inexorably. I'm sorry, I did not pronounce that word correctly. Inexorably drawn to the case and its increasingly apparent flaws. In their rush to convict Omar, did the school and the police overlook other suspects? Is the real killer still out there? As she falls down the fairy rabbit hole she was so determined to avoid, Body begins to wonder if she wasn't as much of an outsider at Granby as she'd thought. If perhaps back in 1995, she knew something that might have held the key to solving the case. Okay. So 4 and 3 star mostly. Let me look. Okay, it is tagged as literary fiction at some point. I don't know. You know what? No. We can chop it. We can chop it. All right. What's next? Venko. Okay. Alrighty, so this is a fantasy with witches and indigenous people. Okay, that's fun. Oh, we got some magical realism too. So, Lucky St. James So this person is a millennial living with her cantankerous but loving grandmother, Stella, is barely hanging on when she discovers that she will be evicted from their tiny Toronto apartment. Okay, so we're in Canada. Okay, I don't really see many books taking place in Canada. Like, I don't know. Like, I know that they exist, obviously, like this exists. But like, I don't really see like many Canadian books getting hyped, you know? Then one night, something strange and irresistible calls out to Lucky. Burrowing through a wall, she finds a silver spoon etched with a crooked nose. Wit, wit. Hold on. She finds a silver spoon etched with a crooked-nosed witch and the word Salem humming with otherworldly energy. Okay. Okay. Hundreds of miles away in Salem, my Myrna has been looking for Lucky. Myrna works for Venco, a front company fueled by vast resources of dark money. Lucky is familiar with the magic of her indigenous ancestors, but she has no idea that the spoon links her to Venco's network of witches throughout North America. Generations of witches have been waiting for centuries for the seven spoons to come together, igniting a new era and restoring women to their rightful power. But as reckoning approaches, a very powerful adversary is stalking their every move. He's Jay, a roguish and deadly witch hunter as old as witchcraft itself. To find the last spoon, Lucky and Stella embark on a rollicking. That sounds better. Rollicking, I assume. I don't know. Rollicking? I don't know. And dangerous road trip to the darkly magical city of New Orleans, where the final showdown will determine whether Venco will usher in a new beginning or remain underground forever. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Mostly 4 stars, so that's nice. Ooh, Golden Girls but witchy. Scavenger hunt. Oh, that's okay. This kind of sold me a little bit more on it than the description of it. Because, like, okay, that sounds like fun. Okay, this person says it's a disappointing read. This has some fun elements, but many others that are shallow, and the plot just needs some work. As the book struggles to keep the tension up and relies heavily on because otherwise it would break the plot conveniences. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, this person says swearing was a little extensive, but otherwise 5 stars. Ooh. Wait, there's gonna be a sequel? What? What do you mean there's gonna be a sequel? I don't know. Anyway, what are other people saying? Okay, so this person gave it 4 stars. This person gave it 3 and said it had potential. Okay. Okay. This person gave it 1 star. Oh, this person DNF'd it. Okay. Okay, 4 stars, 2 stars, 5 stars, 2 stars. I don't know. You know, we've got 300 books on the shelf. Someone has to get cut. Someone has to get cut. Alrighty. Let's go with Ascension. This is a sci-fi horror. Ooh, okay. Okay. I love how I said, like, ooh, okay, I didn't know that, because I have so many of these fucking books saved that I literally forget what they're about. Anyway, so sci-fi horror with thriller mystery aspects. Okay. Okay. An enormous snow-covered mountain has appeared in the Pacific Ocean. No one knows when exactly it showed up, precisely how big it might be, or how to explain its existence. When Harold, a scientist of mysterious phenomenon, is contacted by a shadowy organization to help investigate, he has no idea what he's getting into as he and his team set out for the mountain. The higher Harold's team ascends, the less things make sense. Time moves differently, turning minutes into hours and hours into days, amid the whipping cold of higher elevation. The climbers' limbs numb, and memories of their lives before the mountain begin to fade. Paranoia quickly turns to violence among the crew, and slithering ancient curses pursue them in the snow. Still, as the dangers increase, the mystery of the mountain compels them to its peak. Girl, go home! Go home! Where they are certain that they will find their answers, have they stumbled upon the greatest scientific discovery known to man, or the seeds of their own demise? I'm thinking the latter. I'm thinking the latter. Framed by the discovery of Harold's unsent letters to his family. Oh, so okay. Wait, is this inspired? Not based, obviously, but like inspired by a real person? Oh, wait. See, see, like, this right here just kind of gave me the impression that this Harold guy was like something real, and he was like imagining something about a mountain or something like in real life, and like this whole thing was like inspired by like some like devastating climb up Mount Everest or something, just by like this one little line. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. That was me being delusional. That was me being delusional. I don't know why I thought that. I literally don't know why I thought that. I don't know why I thought that. That was just let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's pretend that it didn't that didn't happen. Anyway, so framed by the discovery of Harold's unsent letters to his family and chilling provocative story they tell, Ascension considers the limitation of science and faith and examines both the beautiful and unsettling sides of human nature. It kind of sounds interesting. It kind of sounds interesting. Kind of sounds interesting. We'll hesitantly keep it. We will hesitantly keep it. And by hesitantly keep it, I mean we're giving it we're giving it a light green flag, meaning that we'll keep it for now, but we'll probably once we get to the end of these like live streams of like round one of going through all these books, we'll probably then go back again and cut even more. Just for reasons, just to like get even more off the shelf that I don't really need. If at that point I still haven't read it, we'll probably cut it at that point. But that's probably gonna be like months away at this point. So I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if that made sense. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. Anyway, so this is The Deep Sky. It is a sci-fi mystery. Okay. It is the eve of Earth's environmental collapse. Girl, same. A single ship carries humanity's last hope, 80 elite graduates of a competitive program who will give birth to a generation of children in deep space. Honey, if you're trying to continue the human race, you're gonna need a lot more than just 80 people. You are. Anyway. But halfway to a distant but livable planet, a lethal bomb kills 3 of the crew and knocks the Phoenix off course. Azuka, the only surviving witness, is an immediate suspect. Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? Who else is here? If she's the only surviving witness. Oh, wait. I was misreading. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I was just misreading. I'm sorry. It's almost midnight. I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired. Anyway, Azuka already felt like an imposter before the explosion. She was the last picked for the mission. She struggled during training back on Earth, and she was chosen to represent Japan, a country she only partly knows as a half-Japanese girl raised in America. But estranged from her mother back home, the Phoenix is all she has left. With the crew turning on each other, Azuka is determined to find the culprit before they all lose faith in the mission, or worse, the bomber strikes again. This is giving such Among Us vibes. It really, really is. It's giving such Among Us vibes, and I'm kind of living for it. Alrighty, content warnings include miscarriage, fertility issues, terrorism, death of a child, racism, gore, and strong language. I can deal with all that. I think we're gonna keep it. It's very much giving Among Us vibes, and I'm living for that. I'm really liking the Among Us vibes. What's next? Next, we've got Dear Edward. Okay, literary fiction. Literary fiction. We're already off to a bad start. Alright. Anyway. One summer, 12-year-old Edward, his beloved older brother, his parents, and 183 other passengers board a flight in Newark headed for Los Angeles. Among them is a Wall Street wonderkind, a young woman coming to terms with an unexpected pregnancy, an injured vet returning from Afghanistan, a business tycoon, and a free-spirited woman running away from her controlling husband. And then, tragically, the plane crashes. Of course it does. Edward is the sole survivor. Of course he is. Edward's story captures the attention of the nation, but he struggles to find a place for himself in a world without his family. He continues to feel that a piece of him has been left in the sky, forever tied to the plane and all of his fellow passengers. But then he makes an unexpected discovery, one that will lead him to the answers of some of life's most profound questions. Girl, he's 12. When you've lost everything, how do you find yourself? How do you discover your purpose? What does it mean to not just survive, but to truly live? See, I was kind of getting into it. I was kind of on board until we got to this section right here. Because it's like, girl, he's 12. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not really taking philosophy lessons from a 12-year-old. Even if it is adult fiction, like, I'm not really taking philosophy lessons from a 12-year-old. I'm sorry, I'm not. But then also it's like, just with these questions, I feel like it's going to be one of those books that's like, oh, the purpose of life is to just keep moving forward. It's to just live, make the most of every moment, live your life, live, laugh, love. You know, you can't be stuck in the past or whatever. You can't just live with survival guilt. You need to just live to live and stuff like, I don't know, something along those lines, you know? I think we can chop it. I do. I think we can chop it. Let's move on. The Paradox Hotel. I remember this one. Sorta, kinda. This sounds interesting. This is a sci-fi with time travel elements and a little bit of mystery. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so January's job just got a lot harder. Girl, I feel for you. Not that running security at the Paradox was ever really easy. Nothing simple at a hotel where the ultra-wealthy tourists arrive costumed for a dozen different time periods, all eagerly waiting to catch their flights to the past. Or where proximity to the time port makes the clocks run backward on occasion, and rumor has it allows ghosts to stroll the halls. Excuse me? None of that compares to the corpse in room 526, the one that seems to be both there and not there, the one that somehow only January can see. On top of that, some very important new guests have just checked in because the US government is about to privatize time travel technology, and the world's most powerful people are on hand to stake their claims. January is sure the timing isn't a coincidence, neither are those accidents that start stalking their bidders. There's a reason January can glimpse what others can't, a reason why she's the only one who can catch a killer who's operating invisibly and in plain sight all at once. But her ability is also destroying her grip on reality, and as her past, present, and future collide, she finds herself confronting not just the hotel's dark secrets, but her own. At once a dazzlingly time-twisting murder mystery and a story about grief, memory, and what it means to literally come face to face with our ghosts, the Paradox Hotel is another unforgettable speculative thriller ride from the acclaimed author Rob Hart. I kind of like it. I think we're going to keep it. I do. I think we're going to keep it. I kind of like it. It sounds interesting. Alrighty, we're keeping that one. Let's move on. Breathless. Okay, so this is a thriller mystery. Okay. So Celise is in over her head. She comes to Manaslu. What? Girl. Goodreads. Load. Thank you. Alrighty, so she comes to Manaslu, the 8th highest peak in the world, to interview internationally famous mountaineer Charles on the last leg of a record-breaking series of summits. She's given up everything for this story, her boyfriend, her life savings, the peace she's made with her climbing failures in the past, but it's a career-making opportunity. It could finally put her life back on track. See, I want to drag her because it's like, girl, you spent your life savings on this. But also it's like, girl, I kind of understand. I kind of understand. I do. I kind of understand. Anyway, but when one climber dies in what everyone assumes is a freak accident, she fears their expedition is in danger. And by the time a second climber dies, it's too late to turn back. Shit. Stranded on a mountain in one of the most remote regions in the world, she'll have to battle more than the elements in a harrowing fight for survival against a killer who is picking them off one by one. That sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. Ooh, Alexa Dunn likes it. Nice. That sounds interesting. I think we're going to keep it. I think we're going to keep it. What? Goodreads. My God. Alrighty, the writing retreat. I remember what this one is about. A bunch of writers go on this writing retreat, and some of them get murdered. All right, but anyway, so this is a thriller mystery. A young author is invited to an exclusive writer's retreat that soon descends into a pulse-pounding nightmare. Alex has all but given up on her dreams of becoming a published author when she receives a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Attend an exclusive month-long writing retreat at the estate of feminist horror writer Rosa. Even the knowledge that Ren, her former best friend and current rival, ooh, what happened there? Ooh, I want the tea. What happened there? Is attending that doesn't dampen her excitement, but when the attendees arrive, Rosa drops a bombshell. They must all complete an entire novel from scratch during the next month. Not Rosa initiating. What's it again? National Writing something. NaNoWriMo. Not Rosa initiating NaNoWriMo. But the company NaNoWriMo, fuck the company NaNoWriMo. We don't support them. Anyway. Alrighty, so Rosa says we gotta do NaNoWriMo, and the author of the best book will receive a life-changing 7-figure publishing deal. Shit. 7 figures? Shit, okay. Determined to win this seemingly impossible contest, Alex buckles down and tries to ignore the strange happenings at the estate, including Rosa's erotic behavior, Ren's cruel mind games, and the alleged haunting of the mansion itself. But when one of the writers vanishes during a snowstorm, Alex realizes that something very sinister is aloof. No shit, Sherlock! With the clock running out, she must discover the truth or suffer the same fate. Girl, I'm gonna be so honest. If I was you, I would just lock my bedroom door and lock the fuck in. Cause 7 figures? Girl, that's a lot of money. like, okay, you hear someone getting stabbed in the bathroom down the hall, just mind your business. Mind your business. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this. Despite their views kind of being we're gonna keep this just because it sounds so messy, and I love mess. So we're gonna keep that. That sounds interesting. Okay. Ooh, vampires. Okay, we love vampires. How many in this series? Ooh, okay, so this is gonna be a trilogy. Oh, and it's still coming out. Okay. So King of Battle and Blood. Ooh, that's pretty. What is that? Wait, what is that? I'm sorry. We will get back to that in a minute, but I'm just going to save this for later because I want to see what that is, because that's cool. Anyway, King of Battle and Blood. So this is a fantasy romance. It's a romantasy with vampires. Interesting. So Isolde considers her wedding day her death day. Lovely. To end a years-long war, she is to marry vampire king Adrian and kill him. Oh, okay. Wait. I need to know how killing him will end the war. I need to know why you have to marry him and then kill him. Why can't we just do one or the other to end the years-long war? I'm curious. But her assassination attempt is thwarted, and Adrian threatens that if Isolde tries to kill him again, he will raise her as the undead. Faced with the possibility of becoming the thing she hates most, Isolde seeks other ways to defy him and survive the brutal vampire court. Except it isn't the court she fears most, it's Adrian. Despite their undeniable chemistry, she wonders why the king, fierce, savage, and merciless, chose her as consort. The answer will shatter her world. Look, look, look. Look, okay, I get it. Look, hold on. Don't crucify me just yet. Hold on. Look, I get it. It sounds, and it probably is, very generic TikTok romantasy. It very much does sound like that. With like enemies to lovers, we have to marry and assassinate him, and he's like some hundreds of year old supernatural guy, and it's like all this kind of stuff. Like, I get it. It sounds like very generic TikTok romantasy. I get it. However, it sounds fun. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll read it and come back on here like, y'all, I should have DNF'd it or something. I should have taken it off my list because it was horrible. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back and say that. But at the same time, it sounds fun. It sounds like something where I'll come on here and be like, y'all just hate fun. I don't know. It sounds fun. We're gonna keep it. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. Not the top review being a 1-star. Oh shit. I don't care. We're gonna keep it. I don't know. It sounds fun. I don't know. Sue me. And okay. So we got another romantasy with vampires. Okay. So, Court of the Vampire Queen. Okay. 3 powerfully alluring vampire men and 1 queen to rule them all. Okay, so we've got a female harem. Okay. Oh, I love the cover. It's so pretty. So all Mina ever wanted was to escape her father's control. Half human, half vampire, she lived eternally torn between 2 worlds, never fully experiencing the pleasures of either, until her father chose her as the pawn in his latest political move, gifting her to the darkly powerful and dangerously seductive Malichi. Malichi's not a vampire to be trifled with. He rules with an iron fist and has a reputation for the darkest of sins. But the longer Mina spends with him, the more she realizes he's not the monster she first thought. And as fear bleeds into lust, then trust in something more, Malichi opens Mina up to a world she never knew could be hers for the taking, including the love of Malichi's 2 closest friends and companions. Oh, okay. He really said, "Damn, girl, you like me? Well, damn, you can have my friends too. We're gonna triple the love to give to you. Okay." I guess, sure. Now surrounded by all 3 men, the center of their shockingly seductive world, Mina may finally have the power to face down her father and take back the life and crown that by all rights should be hers. Long live the queen. Okay, so this combines all 3 books in the Bloodline Vampire series. Okay, so this is either going... So this series is either a bunch of novellas or this is going to be a really long book. I'm going with the former. Okay. I hate to say it, y'all gonna get mad at me, but I think we're gonna keep it. Look. Oh, God, 3 and 4-star. Okay. I think we might keep it. Oh, that's pretty. Wait, hold on. 1 second. Oh, no. You know what? We're just going to screenshot those because these are pretty. I think we're going to keep it. Why? I don't know. It just kind of sounds like fun. It probably sucks. Let's be honest. It probably sucks. I just get that feeling. Look, I know for a fact, without even opening the book, I know for a fact that I am not the target audience for this. I am not by any means the target audience for this. But so what? Like, so what? It could be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. So we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that. Okay, we get another romantasy. This section of my TBR is very much when like romantasy started to gain some traction. Apparently, because we got 3 romantasies in a row. Let's go. Okay, how many books to this series? The cover's gorgeous. Okay, 4 books to this series. You can tell but by the titles that it's fairy romantasy. Yes, this is a romantasy new adult. A shadow in the ember, born shrouded in the veil of the primals, a maiden as the fates promised. Seraphina's future has never been hers, chosen before birth to uphold the desperate deal her ancestor struck to save his people. Sarah must also believe her life excuse me. Sarah must also leave behind her life and offer herself to the primal of death as his consort. However, Sarah's real destiny is the most closely guarded secret in all of the land. She's not the well-protected maiden, but an assassin with one mission. Of course she is. Of course she is, because it's romantasy. Of course she is. One target, make the primal of death fall in love with her, become his weakness, and then end him. Of course, it's romantasy. If she fails, she dooms her kingdom to a slow demise at the hands of the rot. Sarah has always known what she is, chosen consort, assassin, weapon, a specter never fully formed, yet drenched in blood, a monster until the primal of death's unexpected words and deeds chase away the darkness gathered inside her, and his seductive touch ignites a passion she's never allowed herself to feel. Yes. We know. Enemies to lovers. We know it's enemies to lovers. It's romantasy. We know. She's gonna walk in being like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch. And then by the end, she's gonna be like, ooh, actually, he's really, really hot. Okay. Like, we know how this goes. Look. Readers also enjoyed these three. No. Because look, Sarah J. Maas and then Carissa Broadbent. No. It's just Zionist after Zionist with those two. No. Anyway, but like romantasy side of TikTok apparently just loves those kind of authors. I don't know why. It's really stupid. Anyway, but that does not tell me anything about this book. That really does not tell me anything about this book. I don't know. It's got overwhelmingly positive reviews. But that doesn't, but in terms of, like, romantasy, that doesn't really tell me much. Because, like, you know. It almost felt like From Blood and Ash 2.0. That throws me off. Because From Blood and Ash didn't really sound that good. I mean, I haven't read it. Well, can I really judge this from being called From Blood and Ash 2.0 when like, I haven't read From Blood and Ash, so I can't really judge that one, too? I'm spending way too much time on this one. You know what? Fuck it. Keep it. Because you know what? I want to read more romantasy in 2025. I do. There are 2 things that I want to read more of in 2025. I want to read more classics, and I want to read more romantasy. I do. Because you know what? As much as a lot of romantasy sounds ridiculous, and as much as like probably like half of the romantasy books that I picked up have been ridiculous. You know what? I love fantasy. I love romance, and I really want to find my niche in the romantasy genre. I do. I want to take the time to find my niche and find out, okay, what do I like? What do I dislike? And how do I determine, like, which books to pick up, which books to not? Because you know, after a while, after you start reading enough books in a certain genre, you can kind of start to pick up on, like, when you're reading a description if you like the book or not. You know, you can. So I kind of want to take the time in 2025 to be like, okay, I'm going to find my niche in romantasy. I'm going to find my corner of romantasy and figure out what exactly I like and don't like about the genre, and to figure out what books I want to pick up from that genre, because I really want romantasy to be one of my favorite genres. I really, really do. That was very long-winded. Let's move on. Let's go for like, I don't know, like maybe like 10 more minutes or so. Ooh, how many books did this series? Ooh, 4 books. Oh, that's pretty. The fourth book is very pretty. Ooh, so is the second one. Those are pretty. Anyway, wait. Is this the Coven Lady? Wait, this is the Coven Lady. Oh, I've been wanting to read the Coven too. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, Miss Harper L. Woods. Okay, so this is romantasy. Let me get a drink of water first. Okay, I'm back. What lies beyond the veil? Okay, for nearly 400 years, the veil has protected us from the Fae. In their absence, our lives have shifted from decadence and sin to survival and virtue under the guidance of the new gods. First of all, this whole like 400 years protected us from the Fae thing. That is very much Aquitar. That's very much Aquitar. Anyway, I've spent my entire life tending to the gardens next to the boundary between our worlds, drawn to the shimmering magic like a moth to the flame. All of that changes the day the veil shatters, unleashing the Fae upon our world once again. The magic of fairy marks those of us they mean to take, but the Mistgar protecting this place will kill us all before they let the Fae have us. There's no choice but to flee everything I've ever known, not if I want to live to see my 21st birthday as a free woman. I'm a free woman. I'm a free woman. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have laughed, but like every single time that I see the phrase "free woman," the Lady Gaga song just starts playing in my mind. It does. I'm sorry. But before they capture me, Calum saves me from the wild hunt. Faye marked and on the run, he is able to fight back in ways I only dream of. Girl, stand up. From tentative alliance to all-consuming passion, our bond strengthens as the Fae close in and evil lurks even nearer. With my life on the line, he is everything I shouldn't dare to want and a distraction I can't afford. I can't seem to stay away, not even with something greater on the line. Okay, this contains mature language, graphic violence, and explicit content with darker elements. This book is one in a series and ends on a cliffhanger. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Ooh. Okay, the reviews kind of suck. At least the top ones. The reviews kind of suck. Ooh, that's pretty. Hold on. Let me take another screenshot. I'm gonna give this a hesitant pass. I'm gonna give it a hesitant green flag, simply because I do want to read The Coven by this author. I want to read this author's other book, The Coven, and if I like The Coven, we'll come back and read this too. But if I don't like The Coven, then we'll say, okay, fuck this one. You know? Oh, speaking of which, The Coven. I want to read The Coven at some point. Let's hope that I get to that in 2025. Anyway, yeah. All right, what is next? The Sunbearer Trials. Okay, isn't this one? Oh, it's YA. I thought it was middle grade. All right, so this is a YA fantasy. Ooh, it's queer with mythology. Okay. As each new decade begins, the sun's power must be replenished so that Soul can keep traveling along the sky and keep the evil obsidian gods at bay. Okay, that's cool as shit. That's fucking cool. 10 semidozens between the ages of 13 and 18 are selected by Soul himself as the most worthy to compete in the Sunbearer Trials. The winner carries light and life to all the temples of Reno del Sol, but the loser has the greatest honor of all. They will be sacrificed to Seoul. You lose, bitch. I'm gonna kill you and eat your soul. But don't worry, it's the highest honor. It's an even higher honor than the winner to die. Yeah, trust me, bestie. Uh, so the loser is sacrificed. Their body is used to fuel the sunstones that will protect the people of Reno del Sol for the next 10 years. Okay, first of all, the lore here is cool as shit. Just based on the lore here, we're already keeping it. We are keeping this, because that's fucking cool, but let's keep going. What do I have to look forward to? Tio, a 17-year-old Jay Semiduls, and the trans son of Quetzals? Quetzal. Forgive me, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Quetzal, the goddess of birds, has never worried about the trials, or rather, he's only worried for others. Okay, cocky bitch. Okay. His best friend, Naya, daughter of Tierra, the god of Earth, is one of the strongest heroes of their generation and is much too likely to be chosen this year. He also can't help but worry, reluctantly and under protest, for Aurelio, a powerful gold semidos and Tio's friend turned rival, who is a shoo-in for the trials. Ooh, what happened here? Oh, I love it when it's like friend turned rival or something, friend to enemy or something. Like, I love that, because I'm always like, what's the tea, bestie? What happened? Okay, so Tio wouldn't mind taking Aurelio down a notch or two, but a 1 in 10 chance of death is a bit too close for Tio's taste. Okay, so you still care about him. I'm assuming Aurelio's gonna be the love interest. I'm assuming Aurelio's the love interest. But then for the first time in over a century, Sol chooses a Semidulce who isn't a gold. In fact, he chooses 2. Sio, the 13-year-old child of the god of bad luck. Damn, you are the child of the god of bad luck, and you just got bad luck. I see, damn, the family inheritance. Oh, and Tio gets chosen too. Okay, shoo. Now they must compete in 5 mysterious trials against opponents who are both more powerful and better trained for fame, glory, and their own survival. I'm kind of obsessed. I'm sorry. And it's got good reviews. Ah. Huh. We are 100% keeping this, because this just sounds like fun. I'm sorry. This sounds like fun. We are keeping that, because that sounds like fun. I keep seeing that one pop up on my recommended Spotify page, which after like I saw it recommended on Spotify for me after like 10 times. I was like, fine, bitch, I'll save it. And I kind of saved it reluctantly to my Spotify library at that time. But now after reading this, I'm kind of like, okay, wait, this sounds like fun. Wait, hold on. All right, anyway, moving on. A Wilderness of Stars. This is fantasy YA with romance and sci-fi. Okay. Vega has lived in the valley her whole life, forbidden by her mother to leave the safety of its borders because of the unknown threats waiting for her in the wilds beyond. But after her mother dies and Vega sees the fabled twin stars in the sky, it's an omen she can no longer ignore, forcing her to leave the protective boundaries of the valley. But the outside world turns out to be much more terrifying than Vega could have imagined. People are gravely sick, they lose their eyesight and their hearing just before they lose their lives. Oh, shit. Damn. What Vega keeps to herself is the fact that she is the last astronomer, a title carried from generation to generation, and she's the only one who carries the knowledge of the stars, knowledge that could hold the key to the cure. And so, when locals spot the tattoo on Vega's neck in the shape of a constellation, the mark of an astronomer, chaos erupts as the threats her mother warned her about become all too real. Girl, you should have just worn a turtleneck. Like, I'm sorry, But you should have. You should have. I don't care if it's like 100 degrees outside. Just tell people you're prone to skin cancer or something. You're prone to burning. I don't know. Wear turtlenecks. Like, girl. Anyway. So, fearing for her life, Vega is rescued by a girl named Cricket, who leads her to Noah, a boy marked by his own mysterious tattoos. On the run from the men who are hunting her, Vega, Cricket, and Noah set out across the plains in search of the cure the stars speak of. But as the lines between friend and protector begin to blur, Vega must decide whether to safeguard the sacred knowledge of the astronomer or if she will risk everything to try to save them all. An illness cursing the land forces the teen girl astronomer to venture across the wilderness in search of the star's message that will hopefully save them all. It sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. Oh, the reviews are not that good. You know what? I was kind of on the fence, but the reviews. Hold on. You know what? Let me look at the reviews real quick. Cause I'm kind of on the fence of it. I'm kind of gearing more towards get rid of it. But let me look at the reviews real quick. Why not? Why not? Alrighty, so 4 stars. The genre is a little all over the place with this one. But it's a good survival story. Okay. Oh, okay. 3 stars. Get on with it. Okay. I'm not reading all that. I'm not reading all that. 5 star. Okay, you enjoyed this one. 1 star. This book is a testament to the appalling state of science literacy in this country. Jesus, there is 0 science anywhere in this book. I mean, girl, not to be a hater, but like I think, but like I think just based on the description, you can tell that like the science part is just solely due to the fact that like we're dealing with stars and shit. That's it. I think it's much more fantasy than science. You can tell by the description. So I don't know what to tell you. 2 stars. Love the plot and story idea. The relationship was forced. Okay, emotions conveyed were too intense. I mean, it's YA. You expect a melodrama. 2 stars. It's never a good sign when you finish a book thinking, thank goodness that's over with. Damn. Okay, okay. Wait. She wrote The Wicked Deep? I think I remember that one. Wait. What do you mean she wrote The Wicked Deep? Hold on. Oh, yeah, she did. Wait, I kind of remember this one. I remember that one. I wanted to read that like a few years ago, but I got rid of it. Yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna chop it. I think we're gonna chop it. We're going to chop it. What's next? Jacqueline in Paris. Okay. All right, so this is historical fiction. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I think we're gonna keep this one just right off the bat, despite it being World War II. I know what I said earlier about like, I don't like World War II. I don't like real world war stuff. I know what I said, but there's always exceptions. There's always exceptions to everything. Well, most things, a lot of things. There's always exceptions to a lot of things. Okay, so Jacqueline in Paris. Ended Emily. In August 1949, Jacqueline arrives in post-war Paris to begin her junior year abroad. She's 20 years old and socially poised, but financially precarious, and all too aware of her mother's expectations that she makes a brilliant match. Before relenting to family pressure, she has 1 year to herself far away from sleepy Vassar College and the rigid social circles of New York. A year to explore and absorb the luminous beauty of the City of Light. Jacqueline is immediately catapulted into an intoxicating new world of champagne and art, and avant-garde theater and cafes and jazz clubs. She strikes up a romance with a talented young writer who shares her love of literature and passion for culture, even though her mother would think him most unsuitable. I'm guessing because he's poor. But beneath the glitter and rush, France is a fragile place still haunted by the occupation. Jacqueline lives in a rambling apartment with a widowed countess and her daughters, all of whom suffered as part of the French resistance just a few years before. In the aftermath of World War II, Paris has become a nest of spies, suspicion, deception, and betrayal lurk around every corner. Jacqueline is stunned to watch the rise of communism, never guessing that she is witnessing the beginning of the political environment that will shape the rest of her life and the future of her husband. Okay. All right. Okay, so the author brilliantly imagines the intellectual and aesthetic awakening of Jacqueline Kennedy and illuminates how France would prove to be her one true love and one of the greatest influences of her life. Now, it sounds interesting. I'm gonna keep it. Y'all, but I'm gonna be quite honest. I don't really know much about the Kennedys and whether they're like good people that I should root for or bad people that I should root for. I know I'm American. I know I should probably know more about like past presidents and all that kind of stuff. I get it, but I don't really know that much about the Kennedys and their wives and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. But I don't know if I should be like loving her or if I should be like hating her. I don't know. But anyway, but regardless, it sounds like an interesting book. I'm going to keep it. So yeah, and I love historical fiction, so we're gonna keep it for that alone. Alrighty, The Winter Sister. Okay. This is a mystery thriller. Okay, I can see that with the cover. I was initially thinking sci-fi, but okay. So mystery thriller. Okay. 16 years ago, Sylvie's sister Personifi? I don't know. I'm pronouncing that name wrong, but Personifi never came home. Out too late with the boyfriend she was forbidden to see, Personifi was missing for 3 days before her body was found, and years later, her murder remains unsolved. Did y'all not question the boyfriend? I'm sorry, where's the boyfriend? Like what do you mean it's unsolved? Where's the boyfriend? I know it's probably going to come out that it's not the boyfriend because, you know, twist and all that kind of stuff, but I get it. Still, in the present day, Sylvie returns home to care for her estranged mother, Annie, as she undergoes treatment for cancer. Oh, poor Annie. Prone to unexplained dark days, even before Personifi's death, Annie's once close bond with Sylvie dissolved in the weeks after their loss, making for an uncomfortable reunion after all these years later. Worse, Personifi's former boyfriend, Ben, is now a nurse at the cancer center where Annie is being treated. Sylvie's always believed Ben was responsible for the murder. What? No shit, Sherlock, I wonder why. But she carries her own guilt about that night, guilt that traps her in the past while the world goes on around her. As she navigates the complicated relationship with her mother, Sylvie begins to uncover the secrets that fill their house, and what really happened the night Personifi died. As it turns out, the truth really will set you free. Come on, set me free. Da-da-da. Twice. Once you can bear to look at it. Okay. It sounds interesting, but hold on. It sounds very domestic, which is this person American? She lives in Connecticut. Okay. So that's an automatic no. I'm sorry, girly. It sounds interesting, but domestic thriller by Americans, no. I'm sorry. We've already established that American domestic thrillers are not for me. Like, come on now. Alrighty, so Lunar Love. We are finally getting into the romance stuff. Okay, Lunar Love. This is a romance. Girl, it is not enemies to lovers. It's contemporary. At worst, they just dislike each other. At worst, it's like strong dislike to lovers. Like, come on now. Anyway, but I can overlook that. I can overlook that because I know enemies to lovers sell, so everybody's going to label anything and everything with like slight dislike as enemies to lovers. I get it. It's a marketing thing. I get it. Anyway, So, always a matchmaker, never a match. Damn, that sucks. So Olivia is excited slash terrified to be taking over her grandmother's matchmaking business. But when she learns that a new dating app has made her Pow Pow's traditional Chinese zodiac approach all about animal attraction, her emotions skew more towards furious slash outraged, especially when LA's most eligible bachelor, Bennett, is behind the app that could destroy her family's legacy. Liv knows better than to fall for any guy, let alone an infuriatingly handsome one who believes that traditions are meant to be broken. As the two businesses go head to head, Bennett and Liv make a deal. They'll find a match for each other, and whoever falls in love loses. Okay, I kind of like that. That's cute. But Liv is dealing with someone who's already adept at stealing business ideas, so what's stopping him from stealing her heart, too? You know what? You know what? It's about to be January, and Chinese New Year and all that kind of stuff. I, I, you know what? I'm going to make it an effort. I saved this specifically last year, or I think earlier this year, because it was like, I want to read this during Chinese New Year, but I just didn't. I saved it after Chinese New Year had happened, but like, 2025, Chinese New Year is a coming. So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it for that. I love how I title these streams "Unhaul with me," and I'm like, oh, we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that. Anyway, so this is another romance. This is called Honey Girl. With her newly completed PhD in astronomy in hand, you go girl. 28-year-old Grace Porter goes on a girls' trip to Vegas to celebrate, as you should, as you should. She's a straight A, work through the summer certified high achiever. She is not the kind of person who goes to Vegas and gets drunkenly married to a woman whose name she doesn't know. Until she does exactly that. This one moment of departure from her stern ex-military father's plans for her life has Grace wondering why she doesn't feel more fulfilled from completing her degree. Staggering under the weight of her father's expectations, a struggling job market, and feelings of burnout, Grace flees her home in Portland for a summer in New York with the wife she barely knows. Real. She's real for that. She's real for that. In New York, she's able to ignore all the annoying questions about her future plans and falls hard for her creative and beautiful wife, Yuki. But when reality comes crashing in, Grace must face what she's been running from all along: the fears that make us human, the family scars that need to heal, and the longing for connection, especially when navigating the messiness of adulthood. I think we'll keep it. I think we'll keep it. I see. We'll hesitantly keep it. We'll hesitantly keep it. It's a light green. It's a light green. Like that Ascension book with the mountain shit. It's a light green. Like if I don't get to it by the time we circle back in like a few months or so, when we do like another series of wrap ups, unhauls, then at that point we'll cut it. Okay. Anyway, The Blonde Identity. What is this? Oh, that's a series. I thought it was a standalone. Okay. Anyway, this is gonna be our last one. So The Blonde Identity, and I know exactly why I saved this, because Stephanie Garber posted it on her Instagram, and it looked fun. So this is a romance mystery, a fast-paced, hilarious road trip rom-com about a woman with amnesia who discovers she's the identical twin sister of a rogue spy and must team up with a rugged, grumpy operative to stay alive. See? Do you see why I saved it? Because that sounds like fun. It's the middle of the night in the middle of Paris, and a woman just woke up with no memory. She only knows 3 things for certain. 1, she has a splitting headache. 2, the hottest guy she has probably ever seen is standing over her, telling her to run. And, oh yeah, 3, people keep trying to kill her. She doesn't know who or why, but when she sees footage of herself fighting off a dozen men, there's only one explanation. Obviously, she's a spy! Except according to Mr. Hot Guy, she's not. She's a spy's identical twin sister. Too bad the only person who knows she's not the woman they're looking for is this very grouchy, very sexy, very secret agent who reluctantly agrees to help her disappear. That's easier said than done when a criminal organization wants you dead and every intelligence service in the world wants you caught. Luckily, no one is looking for a pair of lovesick newlyweds on their honeymoon, and soon they're lying their way across Europe, dodging bullets and faking kisses as they race to unravel a deadly conspiracy and clear her sister's name. But with every secret they uncover, the truth shifts until she no longer knows who to trust. The twin she can't remember, or the mysterious man she can't let herself forget. It's camp. It sounds camp. It sounds camp. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're keeping it. It sounds camp. It does. Okay. It sounds camp. See, see, like, see, when I initially spotted it, I was thinking like, okay, it's probably going to be a chop. But like after reading it, I'm kind of like, okay, I remember why I saved that because that sounds campy. Okay. So that's gonna wrap it up. That's gonna wrap it up. We are going to continue next week with an unwanted guest. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, right here, right now. This one, Rule of Wolves, we're keeping it. We're keeping it because I'm gonna read it in January. I'm gonna start reading this one in January. It's the final Grishaverse book. Y'all know I love the Grishaverse. So yeah. So, but now next week we're going to start with this one, an unwanted guest, and go from there. Alrighty, I think that's it from me. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and bye bye.